Want to know how I'm going to flip $500 to $1 million? Watch and find out how, and more importantly, how you can too. In episode 1 of my series, I talked about flips and doubling periods. In that episode, though, I was referring to flips in the context of switching between asset classes and asset class cycles. However, when you invest within stock and commodity cycles respectively, before asset class cycle turns or flips, the opportunities to flip or double your money within the existing cycle occurs at more frequencies and intervals and creates more opportunities than waiting for the actual asset class cycles to switch or turn. Asset class cycles last 4 to 14 years. That's a long time. Now, fortunately, there are long-term bull markets or positive asset cycles, and within those long-term bull markets or asset cycles, there exist short-term bear markets. And that's what's going on right now with the stock market. We are in a long-term bull market in stocks since we are heading to Dow 40,000, but right now we are facing a temporary bear market. But that's just an opportunity. I already started my journey to flipping $500 to $1 million, but I'm starting anew again in a different account so everyone can bear witness and follow me on my path. Those that choose to follow me, please consult your financial advisor first, but here is my game plan and what I'm going to do. First, let me define exactly what I mean by flipping $500 to $1 million. I mean, I'm going to double $500 until I reach $1 million. Let's look how quickly $500 can turn into $1 million. If you double 500, that's 1,000. Double 1,000, that's 2,000. 2,000 becomes 4,000 and so on and so on. But then the numbers do get big quickly once we get past the first 5 doublings. And after a few more flips, you end up with $1 million. Now let's count those doubling cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and boom, 11 doubles gets you from $500 to $1 million. Now let's look at how I'm going to start this off. When the stock market drops, volatility rises, as you can see. I've already shown everyone I'm out of the stock market and why. I expect a dead cat bounce and the market to crash again and test its low from back on March 23rd, 2020. If you saw my weekly update from Saturday, May 2nd, you've already seen that I bought the VIXY on April 29th. What's next? Well, what's the name of my website? Buy the dips, baby. And I already bought the dip on the VIXY. And once that tops out and the Dow Jones tests the low again, I'm switching and buying the stock market again. Or I'm buying the dip. Here's the thing though. You can't buy the Dow Jones. It's an index, not an ETF or a stock. So I've been investing in the UDOW. The UDOW is a leveraged ETF that tracks the Dow Jones Industrial Index. Since the UDOW ETF is leveraged, however, it does pay more. The downside is you lose more. So measure your risk tolerance. Now let me show you what I'm going to do and if you want to join me. I already bought the VIXY for around $31 a share. While the stock market corrects during this upcoming dead cat bounce, suppose the VIXY rises back to its recent high of $60. If I'm correct about that and I double my $500 to $1,000 in the VIXY, then that's one doubling cycle. Then I would have $1,000 to buy the dip on the UDOW at $30 a share. Well, when it gets back to $60 a share, which it almost hit last week before stalling, then that would be $2,000 I'd have, and that would be my second doubling cycle. And when the market finally rebounds, like I know it will because it's going to 40,000 points as I have been saying, then the UDOW price would go past $120 a share allowing my $2,000 to double again to $4,000. That would be my third doubling cycle. That's 3 out of 8 doubling periods. We'd be about 27% there to $1 million, or a quarter of the way flips wise. Now, I just need to deliver on 8 more doubling periods and we're good. Give me 10 years and we can do this together. Doubling periods like this come every year or two, some more frequently. So this is not a get-rich scheme. This is a long-term, methodical, cyclical investment strategy. We just have to let the markets unfold and let the time pass. Think about the last 10 years of your life. What could $1 million have done for you? The sad truth is that unless you make different decisions, the next 10 years are going to look the same, if not worse, because of the coronavirus induced greater depression. To recap, this is all you have to do to get started on this $500 to $1 million challenge. First, gather $500 to $600 or whatever you can, whatever throwaway money you have that you're not going to need for bills or anything urgent. Consider this money gone and just have that ready to invest. All you need is a one-time investment of $500 to start the challenge and flip that to $1 million. Second, open a trading account. Currently, I use TD Ameritrade for simple trades, and you can too by opening an account very easily in less than 10 minutes online. Third, fund that account. Once you open the account, the institution will give you options to fund the account. Some options include bank wire, ACH transfer, or mailing in a check. I recommend an ACH transfer as it's usually free and quick versus a wire that charges anywhere from $25 to $35 per wire. Fourth, subscribe and become a gold member. Yes, you will have to invest $99 in me and in us because we're doing this together and you're going to have questions which you can email and I'll only answer for gold members. But more importantly, you're going to need to get my alerts, price targets, timing targets, and general guidance by watching my gold membership content that's made specifically for my $500 challengers as we go through these flips and cycles. And lastly, just be on standby and wait for my dip alerts to buy the dips and start the challenge. Remember, I've already given you 3 possible doubling cycles coming up. The riskiest is buying the dip on the VIX. That's a true speculation trade. If you do not feel comfortable with that, just hold off and buy the dip on the stock market dead cat bounce or the second crash of 2020 that's coming up. That's more of a guarantee. The dip on that is coming. Regardless, you have 2 entry points to get started. Really 3 because you can get in anytime you're ready. There are plenty of other doubling cycles coming up. Be ready and set yourself up as soon as you can. I honestly don't believe it will take 10 years to make us $1 million. With this volatility, we should be able to attain this by the time Trump leaves office after his second term or by 2024. Regardless, I don't plan on stopping after 11 flips. I hope you don't either, and let's see how far we can take this together. I know I've already given you more than $150 worth of information, and I'm confident you will make your investment back. Subscribe and share with all your family and loved ones. Heck, pull your money together and get my subscription if you have to. Just get it. If this all makes sense, then you have to do whatever possible to take advantage. But move quickly because time waits for no one. And my next target for my next dip alert is around mid-May to June, so it's coming. Stay tuned and I hope you join me on this $500 to $1 million challenge.